Hi everybody, welcome back to Eileen's Craft Nook. Alright, today I'm going to be playing with my Resincrete. And I'm going to do this little dish, and if I have leftover, I might try another project as well. Now, stupid me, I actually did this yesterday, and I've used Resincrete before, but it's been quite a while, and I guess I just wasn't thinking properly. And of course the package says do a mix of 30 grams, 30 to 35 grams to 100 grams. So, you know, stupid me, I grab 100 grams of water to 30 grams of the powder, and it should have been the opposite. So, needless to say, that stuff did not set. So I'm starting all over again today. And I wanted to see if I could use these Litterby powders in it. So what I'm going to do, I'm not adding this to the Resincrete. I'm going to add this to some isopropyl alcohol and then put it in the Resincrete as I pour it to see if we can get like a marble effect. I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but we're going to give it a shot. So I'm going to do these first because once I mix the Resincrete, you don't have much of a working time. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of isopropyl to each of these. Now, I'm hoping the isopropyl shouldn't impact the Resincrete because it should, in theory, dissolve, right? Or not dissolve, evaporate. So we're just going to give that a little bit of a mix. And for each of them, now I did make it pretty runny. Mix this one, and then I'm going to go ahead and make the Resincrete properly this time using 100 grams of the Resincrete to 35 grams of water. So I'm going to get my scale out. I'll get that mixed up and I will be right back. Okay, so I have my Resincrete mixed up, and in here I have 105 grams of water and 300 grams of the Resincrete, which pretty much took up what I had left of my Resincrete. So I keep spilling that silver one. So I'll have to take a look online to get some. So I'm going to start by pouring these. I kind of want to intermix them. Like so. To see what kind of effect we get. Pour that right in there, swirl it around. Do the same with this one. Well, I guess I didn't need to make up that much, but that's okay. And just top that up. Now this seems to kind of stick to the surface, and it makes me wonder what it's going to be like when it dries. But nice thing about Resincrete, I think it takes about 30 minutes to like dry enough where you could probably take it out of the mold, not enough where it's, you know. So we're just going to give that kind of a tappy tap, get any bubbles out that may be hiding in there, hopefully. All right, so I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to do our second. For the second project, I want to try out, I haven't tried them yet, these Resincrete pigments, to see what they're like. And, you know, kind of give you guys a review of what they're like. Because if you worked with these type of pours, like Resincrete, they're hard to color. If you were to put like alcohol ink or something in it, it doesn't really take the color very well. So But my thought was I kind of want to do, if I can, more of a marbly type effect. So I'm going to pour some Resincrete in here and another cup, and I'm going to color them. And then I'm going to intermix them with the white as I pour to see what we get. So I'm going to do one with the pink. And we'll see how much we have to put in here to get our color. I don't think these little containers would go too far. Not like an alcohol ink would go. Let's see what we get by putting, I don't know, that's probably like 10 drops per container, I would say. I just kind of squeezed it. So let's give this a good mix and see what we get for our color. Again, you only have so much working time, not as much working time as you would get with a resin, so you can't dilly-dally a whole lot with the Resincrete. So it's kind of a light blue, it's not dark blue, but it did take the color, which is nice. Okay, and let's do our pink one, or yeah, pink, which looked like a hot pink on the bottle. Let's see what we get when we mix it. Now you could add more. That one looks pretty light, so I'm actually going to add a few more drops. Like anything, make sure you give these a good shake before you use them. Okay, that's actually 4 drops I counted out. Let's see. So it's still fairly light, but that's actually, I'm going to go with that. It's a light pink. I don't think you'd have to use a lot to get that hot pink, I think, with this Resincrete. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to get this started. So I'm going to do a little pink. And it's already starting to thicken, so I need to get a move on. Blue, white, pink, blue, pink, blue. Oh, okay, looks like I probably have about just the right amount that I want, so that's good. So let's just scrape these out. And then we will let these sit for a little bit to dry. I'll come check on them later in the evening to see if they're dry enough to remove. And if they are, then I can finish the video tonight. If not, then you'll see it tomorrow. Now this jar does have a lid. But I'm not doing the lid. I find a lot of times when you do stuff like this, the lid doesn't match when you put color in it, because the lid is such a thinner, so much of a thinner layer that the colors don't match. Okay. And what else? What's so nice about the Resincrete is it's just a water base. It's so easy to clean up. So I didn't have quite enough for that container, but it's close enough. I'm not worried about it. I'll just have probably a little bit of trimming to do. We're going to let that sit. And like the other one, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a shake to get any bubbles to come up. All right, we'll see these when these are dry. All right, it's been a couple hours, so I think that we can go ahead and unmold these. Now I did find that these I had to wipe down the bottom because it wasn't drying, and it's still a little bit of that this powder here, so we'll see what it's like when we take it out. Hopefully we don't have any wet spots. Oh, nice. Okay. Mold looks good. Oh, that turned out nice. You can see the gold and the silver in it running through it, and it is dry. Ooh, I really like that. I think that came out nice. It still feels damp to touch, but that is not that's just how the Resincrete feels until it's fully dry. I think this came out really nice. Really like this side here. It does look marbled. Yeah. So I think that piece came out really nice. I would use these again. I have these in a couple of other colors as well. All right, let's see how this one turned out. Now this one didn't get quite filled quite to the brim, so I will just trim. But this stuff's very easy to trim. You can sand it, or you can just take a little knife and trim it up. So let's see how this one turned out. And this is using the Resincrete. Okay. There we go. So mold looks good. This one is so nice. Look at this. So you got the blue and the pink, a little bit of purple where they mixed. I think this came out really pretty. Heavy on the blue on this side, and that's my fault. When I was pouring the blue here, it kind of went off like this. I should have tried to keep that centered a bit more. But you know what? I like it anyways, because I think it just gives it, you know, some uniqueness. I think this turned out really nice. I love the little bit of purple in here. And the inside has a lot of pink. I think those came out nice. I'm quite pleased with both of those. I had a few little bubbles in here, but overall, just a couple, not like one here, a couple over here, but not bad at all. And this one has 0 bubbles, nothing. There's no bubbles at all. So just have to clean up my mess here. I'm gonna let these sit overnight to finish drying. And I don't have the wax you put on it. I have to go online and see what you use to completely finish these, so that they're, you know, you could leave them outside if you wanted to, because this is better to leave, I think, out once it's sealed than resin would be. All right. Well, guys, thanks for joining me, and I would give the Resincrete pigments a thumbs up based on what I see here. So I just got those off of Amazon. If you're interested, I will throw the link if I can find them still. I've had them for a little while. I just haven't used them. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.